seen this in politics. 3 weeks ago, the House of Representatives adjourned with a tax increase hanging over the heads of the American people. Never witnessed that. I mean, basically, the Democrats said, you know, oh, don't worry, you can trust us. We'll fix it after. You got to be kidding me. And it's not just any tax increase; it's the largest tax increase in history, hanging over the heads of the American people. Somehow, the frustration level is so high. The American people are going to show up loudly and clearly, speak out on election day, and put Republicans back in charge. And then here's the critical thing. When we win, it's critical we actually act like Republicans.
We also know that it's been a nasty campaign. Our opponent has smeared my running mate, John Kasich, has said all kinds of things about him, all of which are not true. We expect that it may get worse in the next 2 weeks, if you can imagine it getting worse. But we think that it might, and that's what happens when you don't have a record to run on. We've lost nearly 400,000 jobs in the last 3 years and 10 months. We have double-digit unemployment, rising poverty, rising homelessness. No wonder he's not running a campaign on his message or on his record, because if he was, it would be a very clear choice on who we would be electing our next governor. And the truth is, I think Ohioans know that. I think they know Ted Strickland's record. I think they are concerned about Ohio. They're concerned about the future of our state. They're concerned about making sure that our kids and grandkids have the same opportunities in Ohio that we have all had. And quite frankly, if we stay on this current course, I am very fearful about what will happen in the next 4 years.
Accepting change, and it's about accepting innovation, and it's about teamwork. You know, we were talking about Grand Lake St. Mary's back here for a few minutes, okay? Everybody's concerned about it. You want to know something? When we're hurting in Grand Lake St. Mary's, we're hurting in Youngstown. When we're hurting in Youngstown, we're hurting in Lima. When Lake Erie is in trouble, we're concerned in Portsmouth. You see, we're all one team. We're all Ohioans. We're all Buckeyes, and we have to push together and pull together. And you know, we had one of the great modern-day miracles. We have 33 guys living in a hole. One of the miners, and I haven't had a chance to read about it, said it was down in that hole that he met the devil and he met God. Somehow they hung together. They had hope. They said the best is ahead of us, not behind us. How could you be down in that hole for all those days? In the early days, when you didn't know if anybody even knew you were there, in the pitch black, you just didn't know how you were going to survive. But on the top of the ground was a team. And they were as much of a team as the guys that were in that mine. The guys in that mine, they all had their assignments and their responsibilities. They had great leaders, and they kept the faith. And up on top, that great president, by the way, who was a businessman. You know, we have to stop attacking business people in this country and in this state. Any small business people here today? Well, raise your hands. They're the heroes. They're the ones employing our families. Thank you for what you do. And on top of the surface there, they had their teamwork too. And they said, we'll get those guys out of that place. And we all watched, right, as the Phoenix lifted them from the ground. What a great name. My wife and I watched it, and you know, you just see stories like that, and it makes you realize that with people working together and pulling together, anything is possible.